Here, Echo.
Oops, my bad.
Oh, you're all right. Let's see here. Why are you not popping up there, Antonio?
I got it.
Oh,
I had
Cool.
to do it on my side.
yep, I see. I got both your alerts on my phone just now that you both are live. Freaking A. Guys, this is awesome.
Right?
All right, let's see here. Comments. Who's in the room already? Dan, how you doing there, buddy? Yep, you're the first of the show.
Okay.
All right. So, what was it that we got going on tonight, guys? I know that Joe. First of all, one of the biggest things. I would like to wait for more people in here. We got 2 watching.
Right.
We got a big list of stuff to talk about this week.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And some of them are pretty important too.
Yes, very much so.
And then we have a bomb drop also happening. Quester.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm up next for the announcements, aren't I?
yes, sir. All right, I am going to jump over real quick and the Archangel. Oh, someone already did. Shatterash already got it. Man, he is on it. Hey, Ultra. How
Ultra's
you doing,
up. What's
buddy?
up, man? Hope we weren't confusing you too much.
I know, right? Oh. Man, all righty, guys. I know we only got a few people in here. Whoa. Hey, that chart's looking good. I don't usually look at the chart too much, but somebody had dropped it in the Telegram recently.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I need to probably get them a link. Let's see. That is something I have not figured out too easily, is how to get that link.
It's in the top URL for you on the live stream, the actual on the YouTube channel.
On the YouTube side. Okay, yeah, I'm not
Oh,
there
yeah.
yet. There we go. Make sure to blast this out everywhere for everybody. Drop in the marketing. And I'm going to get... Have you guys hit up your socials yet?
Not yet. We actually.
I am a very slow poke with using social media, to be frank. I don't use them much.
Yeah, say I've been actually slacking here lately with my Twitter. Let's see here.
Yeah.
That? Guys, so I'm curious of what this big news that Joe has tonight for us, guys. He's always dropping bombs for us here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, the last week's bomb was quite huge, like 4 trillion Archangel tokens. Come on. That's something that I would definitely try my best of the best luck at.
Yeah, I think that was their goal, was to try to get that stuff going. All right, so we have all... Okay, why did mine drop my banner instead of the actual thumbnail? That is weird. Okay.
I just want to make sure I got everything else right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. I need to follow. Yes, you do, Dan. Yes, you do. Make sure you subscribe to all 3 channels. And let's see here. While we're waiting, I see that Joe posted about 20 minutes ago. The market analysis number 9 for news sites have been posted to the analysis group.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Man, I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Changes. I just finished the exchanges part. All right, let's bring this up on once some of the viewers are in.
Hey, I can't believe we only have 2 people in here. But you know what? I did kind of figure it'd be a slower evening. It is Halloween. Many of your people are with their friends and family this evening. So,
Right. Yep.
all right, let's see.
Cool.
We'll share this screen. Move this over. Oops, sorry guys. Didn't mean for that to go live right away. Oh, I realized that the screen that I was trying to show was kind of off on my side, so I'm constantly looking away. Any status on the logo entries? So, guys, I believe that entry, you still have a chance to enter. Let me see what that deadline is.
5th of November, and I guess we have got around 20 members.
November 5th is when the logo competition will end.
Nice. And Joe's in the main chat drop and join the live chat. 3 truly handsome dudes.
So, logo competition ends on the 5th, and then our session that we are having currently will be ending on November 2nd, so in 2 days.
Nice.
I have it. So, I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's a good question. And are you guys able to see the chats?
I am able to. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if it shows. Will show all 3 of our chats or.
Yeah,
what?
I guess it
I can
only shows our channel chats.
You know what? I have one of your guys' open right now. It does show up on all 3 channels.
It does?
Oh.
Yes, it does. Okay. It's on Mr. Aslan's there. And why can I not find your stream? There it is.
It should still be up.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I see.
I think on StreamYard we are able to see all the chats, but I don't know.
I see Sadrach, Stephen Todd, Caesar, and Joe. Okay, so that is going to be a flaw with this. I guess.
I mean, what's the latest comment you have? Is it from Joe stating that he is not able to do a chat on Quester's channel, so he has joined mine?
Quester channel is not allowing chat. I'm on Mr. Aslan's. Yes, that's
the
last one I see.
Latest. All right, then I guess it's showing up. That's the last chat for me.
Okay. Sorry about this, guys. Little technical difficulties working through, new software, new beginnings. Always going to have some issues that we got to figure out. And we could not learn this until we went live.
That was the one downside of this.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, some things you really need to do them before you actually learn about them, right? You cannot learn everything through books.
Exactly. I will
it's
definitely
called
be reaching out.
Experience.
So some things to go over today. Get back on that real quick. Let me get back to my Telegram. So first, guys, I know I show that there's only 5 in here. I don't know. I got a feeling there is more than that. But number one, the fake Twitter posts that are on Facebook. Guys,
them, right?
This is getting out of control. There is somebody that has made a true cloned account, same logo, same emblem, same description, same everything, an identical account to Archangel. Now, guys, we as Archangel must be doing something right. And unfortunately, we're getting the good attention along with some of that bad with that happening. We just want everybody to be aware. Nobody from the group will ever ask for your seed phrase, your wallet address. The only official places to get information is archangeltoken.com. And in my description of my video, I will have the official Twitter link, the official website, all the official sources for you guys there. And let's see. Yes, Caesar. I know it is getting out of control there, sir. So how can I go about
Yeah.
this?
Oh, okay. I'm on it.
Yeah, I mean, even the Facebook spams, as Caesar is quoting on the chat portion as well. I mean, the moment you see a token actually rise up in price and you see a lot of people actually getting into know about the token, they want to get into the token, that's when all these so-called hunting scammers wait up, right? So they just prepare all these fake pages, but that's one thing that needs to be checked and verified, again re-verified as well by each and every investor out there, whether you're new to crypto or whether you're old to crypto, nonetheless. Because sometimes these so-called scammers have this habit of changing just that one letter, putting a dot in the middle and an underscore in the middle, all these things. It's just sometimes a really hard thing to notice, but we need to be very much wary about it. On Twitter, if you want to just go ahead and check on probably verifying whether it's a proper account or not, go back to the date on when the account is created. That's the first check that you need to do on Twitter. So once you check the date of creation of the account, that will give you a clear cut clarity on whether it started when the token actually launched or before that, or whether it started very recent. So the amount of activity on that account also matters. The number of followers, whether the followers are part of the Archangel group, and whether do you have the doxed Archangel team over there. That's something also that you need to just go ahead and verify, right? So because the official channel always would definitely have every single member of Archangel, at least the core team, at least to be part of the Twitter group altogether, right? Even the Facebook goes the same way. So it's all about verifying the date of when the account is created, the people who are actually there in as part of the account, like following or part of the group on Facebook. These are the things which you need to very, very clearly find out and verify and ensure that you're in the right particular group following it. I mean, it's kind of a bummer that a lot of people miss out on this stuff, and that's what leads to a lot of scams as well.
Yes. So, guys, one thing I went ahead and tried to do. I have all three of our chats open right now, so that way I can kind of monitor. Literally a battle station sitting here right at this moment. Let's see
And
here. Alonzo
Yeah,
saying, "What's up, ARCHA fam?"
that's right, Caesar. So the best way that you can actually get into the official channels is through the official website alone. That's the best that you can do. But even then, you need to be a little careful there as well. It's very easy to clone the websites. That's the reason I said you need to at least pay attention to the URL when you're visiting any websites. And even if you are on the Twitter and you want to search through Twitter or Facebook through the inbuilt search that they have, ensure that you also re-verify on the people who are following the account and also the date of account getting created. But yeah, it's always good that you visit the official website and just go ahead and join all the social platforms through that website, because that will have a direct link to Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, wherever the particular project or Archangel is actually available out there. And yeah,
right, and I got
it's all about, yeah, Caesar. Go ahead, Questa.
all right. I have a DM from Caesar. He said that
Mm-hmm.
the report on marketing is in full gear. Starting Monday, we will be having more insights. But as of right now, our YouTube
Mm-hmm.
commercial video has already, since the last check, has already gotten 18,000 views. So again,
Wow.
Monday you'll
Nice.
be seeing more marketing places, I should say, being hit. Just
Mm-hmm.
right now over the weekend, they were able to get YouTube, and from what it seems like, it's taken off.
That's huge. I mean, it's all a start, right? So everyone keeps asking about, go full out blown on the marketing and stuff. It's not as easy as we think, right? People sit here and speak, okay, you need to do marketing, you need to have ads, you need to have that, you need to have this. it's all a system that is built in place, and it doesn't happen overnight. Correct. And even if you just start posting ads on all the billboards and stuff like that, you need people to see, you need people to know what it is first of all before you go ahead and invest, right? And that demands certain kind of uh, probably a built up community in an organic manner to a certain extent, say a couple of months or probably 2 to 3 months or so. And after which you kick off with these marketing activities, then you have that real deal, because you have now a community who can support the entire token. You now have a community who is available for you in terms of any support that you require to know more about the token. You will have more people speaking about it offline rather than on the social media platforms as well. So that's a big deal, right? So marketing officially always starts with the word of mouth. That's my opinion. I mean, you both can add in on that, but for me, I believe marketing activities should kick in for any new token, say around 2.5 months of duration later after the launch, even after a lot of people want to, yeah, go out full blown. I mean, it does
Yeah,
take time. Yeah,
it
Kevin.
does. And the best way to get started is that organic word, is the solid part of the community's word of mouth, because you're not getting a paid shiller's attention. That's, yes, a paid shiller has a big reach, but for somebody who organically and truly convicts in the project and has their beliefs, that is gets across in a much different aspect. To me, it draws two different sets of eyes when you have a paid shiller that grabs a volume of attention for sure, but you also get that diversity with that volume versus the organic marketing from our community directly. They're able to speak on behalf of the token, on behalf of the project, and that's because they believe in what they're investing in. So you're right, Mr. Aslan. Right up first, that's not a strong point to hit, but once you start to get that traction, that is needed to keep up. And I want to thank Caesar personally. He has been killing it. Let's see here. Dan says,
Oh yeah.
grassroots brothers, that's what makes things solid. Exactly, man. Exactly. Guys, we have a lot of people. We got Dan, we have Crispy in the house, we have Get That Bread. And if I recall, Get That Bread, I think she has earned the nickname Breadcrumb.
Really?
Somebody has earned the nickname Breadcrumb, and I can only assume that it belongs to Get That Bread right there. She's been killing it with the Facebook side of things, keeping up the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of this community that is just day in, day out, guys. And thank you to each and every one of you with what we all do. I mean, everybody has their own niche for sure. What? Not me?
It's not her.
No, I might be wrong. Everything is becoming a blur. By the way, I hope we got enough people in here. I hope you all enjoy the nice little set that we've got created. It has been a wild week. So,
Right.
oh, it's Quentin. Okay.
Quentin got it. Okay.
So we got Miss Breads in the room and Mr. Breadcrumbs.
Okay. I mean, this shill competition is also
So,
ending
guys,
soon, right? Yeah, Questa.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. How it's still going on, but it will be ending too. So if you guys are getting in that, just give you a little heads up. Or if you still want to participate, you still got some time. So, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm experimenting, I guess. So I just noticed something odd that's kind of thrown me for a loop here. Is I am able to pull your comments, Mr. Aslan, but I'm not pulling Antonio's for some reason.
He's being cryptic with his messages.
I can pull up mine. I have mine on here. So.
All right, Questa, what's the secret you're holding behind?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's bouncing around.
It's not been sent in just yet. So, while we wait, we can talk about the website. You guys want to talk about that? How's basically revamped.
I'll let Caddy go first, then I'll take up.
So, give me 1 second here. I will pull it up real quick of what. Oh, goodness. That might take me a second. So, the new website here, we'll just pull that up. If you guys are familiar with how the old website looked, keep in mind that was a website that was created prior to launch for our token. And there was such a. What did I do here? So much information, so much technical information, and the website itself, at original launch, it was great for its purpose, but as the project grew and the information coming to light, it started to get very overwhelming to most people. One, my wife included. That was something I mentioned to her there. And now, guys, we have a much, much more simplistic form. So, very eye-appealing. The layout, very smooth. I love it a lot. It has a very nice breakdown. This is the official website too, guys. So if you end up going to Archangel Token whatever and it takes you to something other than this, know that that is a scam and not the official website anymore. This breaks down in a much cleaner form. It's a lot easier to navigate for sure. What is it I'm looking for? So we want to talk about like the Archangel tokens is currently available. I see that question pop up a lot this week about people asking where Rubik went, how to get to the FEGX, things of that nature. And it is located right down here about mid-page under the Archangel token is currently available. Let's see here. And then we are also available on the centralized exchange for Coinsbit. And you can come check out some of the team. You can come check out all your fellow ARCHA Cafe hosts here. So, majority of the team and a lot of the community members, guys, keep in mind that almost everybody here is a community member because the community owns this project 100%. This has more people on here than the last time I seen. And then our lovely ARCHA Cafe crowd, guys. And there's no way I can get that to fit all at once. So hats off to Ed, to the team. They have done a killer job with this website here, guys. Steven says, yes, new website is awesome. Man, it is. It's so much easier. I feel more comfortable telling people to research the project when they have something like this to come to.
True. And Caddy, if you can just scroll up the website, the things that I like the most. I mean, I did do a video on that as well. The best thing that I like about the website is the segregation between the centralized and decentralized listings, right? So not many people are aware what is centralized and what is not decentralized. So this gives you a clear-cut clarity on whether you want to purchase it through the wallets. This is the way that you need to do it, or these are the swaps that you can actually go for. And if you want to purchase it through an exchange, then this is where you need to go ahead and purchase it. I mean, this really gives you a clear clarity bifurcation, and as the days pass by, it only means that the list gets added up, right? And that's something that I really love.
Correct. And I'm going to show down on the bottom of the screen here. That is oh, go ahead there. Question?
Yeah. I was going to say, let me say this real quick because this is actually coming from my chat. Okay. So, two things. One from Joe. He said the rubric will be updated to say cross-chain. And Caesar, for some reason, I don't. Can we see all three people? Because personally, me right now, I have 8. I don't know if Aslan does. Is that something we can all see, or
you should?
The number of people watching, I see 8 from my side as well. Caddy, how many people are watching from your side?
7.
All right.
I was gonna say on my side here, when on StreamYard, I don't see the comments. I have to go into my actual live stream. Okay, so Joe said that he's on my channel, but he can see his comment. Okay, that's good. I just want to make sure we can get that.
See, the critic side.
Personally, the last thing I see is get that saying it's Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to keep your secrets, Quester.
Sorry
That's
for that.
fine.
I just had to jump in real quick and say that. Also, we can go
Yeah.
ahead and have the website linked in our descriptions. We'll have it in this. We upload it. It will be all in our descriptions. That way, you guys can jump through either or channel and be able to pick out the official channel as well there. So
That's right. Yeah.
mhm.
And I love the color combination as well, especially Caddy, if you could just scroll up the way that they have portrayed the information on the tokens part. You have those small, minute boxes
Yes.
with the initial
Let's
beginning
see.
of the website.
Yep. So
Yeah, those
that is
ones.
the header.
Yeah, these are the ones which I was speaking of. These boxes, I like them. The
It
information
is.
is precise, concise. It's good to look at.
It is. It's nice. It's
Yes.
sleek. It's clean. It's appealing. This
Yeah.
is saying, "Hey, read me." And yeah, that's the one thing. That was something that was much, much needed. For those people who look at the fundamentals of a project, that the original website might have been a deterrent. I've had a lot of
Yeah.
people come and ask me. They're like, "Can you make sense of the website?" So I had to, spend many hours breaking it down for people, and there's a lot of good resources out there available too that I want to talk about. If you are use Telegram or in Telegram, I'm trying to be cautious of how I open things here. So where is the about? Man, we have so many Archangel channels. Marketing about help token announcement. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So bring that over here on the screen. Is inside the token announcement. Oh gosh, that is so tiny. 14 files. So inside the token announcement, though, we have every document or artifact that has been created for this project. It's a real quick way to come grab any of the information you're looking for outside of the website. It literally has everything that's available to the public. So I wanted to make sure to point that out. And let's see, what else do we got here, guys? Gosh, I got too much happening right now.
So
That's
a thing as
true.
well is that we have our vote for the translation of the website in 3 different languages. That one will end on the November 10th. Currently, right now, it looks like Spanish, Chinese, and Russian are in the lead. So if you guys haven't voted, by all means, jump in there, do your
part.
Just put on there. Try to get that up.
Hit
So-
the best language that hit the favorite language.
So yeah, and I also want to point out too, I noticed, I think it was Caesar that made this comment, or it was maybe Ed, that however this vote is decided and how it ends up, that we're going to have to rely on the community for a lot of those translations. So keep your eye on this vote, see which ones pick, and you know what? Even if it's not voted by the community, it is still a helping hand to the project in general. If there is any bilingual foreign languages that someone's able to speak or write fluently, guys, we could really use that help. The more languages we can get this in, the further reach the project has as a whole. And that makes it endless, guys. We need to reach the entire world with everything that we have. Hola, chicos.
Right. Also, I feel more... So it looks like another thing is that looks like the dev team is actually exploring solutions. I know I've seen this a lot in the main Telegram that people were talking about gas fees and everything. So the dev team is exploring solutions that will help reduce the gas. We know that a lot of small investors are usually turned away because, especially recently, you guys probably seen as well, gas is cheapest now is what, like 130, 140, and for a person 100, it's 150 maybe. It's a really big turnoff. So they are looking for
Yeah.
solutions, and they will give us updates as updates come through.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of gas fees, it's ridiculous. I mean, after the London fork actually happened, I was speaking about this to one of my friend yesterday as well. I mean, he was also planning to get Archangel token, but he ended up, buying it through the exchange instead of going
Mm-hmm.
directly through the spot. So the only deterrent over here, especially see, for us here in India, the dollar value and the Indian rupee costing matters a lot, right? So even if it's a few couple of say $10 also, it's quite a big amount for people over here, converted to our currency altogether. So especially these Asian markets, who will have to actually do the dollar conversion, and the actual rate for their currency in house is lesser than the dollar value, it does tend to eat up a lot of money, especially in the gas piece. And even for people who are in the dollar factor as well, uh, paying a 150 to $200 gas fee for just a purchase of say 300 or $400 worth of Archangel tokens, it's really not worth it, right? So even for $100 investment that you want to do, you're paying 30% of that, least being the least 35 dollars of gas fees. That's quite huge. I mean, it wasn't the same case even before the London fork ideally happened, but well, it is what it is. But yeah, like you said, exploring options for lowering gas fees. I can actually think of one single option that we can look forward to, and I did put this across on the suggestions group as well. Right. So having the BSC side tackled, or probably even Polygon as well. I mean, that's something that we need to look at, but not launch a new token there out altogether. Probably just have the same supply uh, converted towards the Polygon network. Now, people might ask how this would help. In my opinion, as far as what I have understood how these things function, uh, you have a total supply of say 1,000 tokens. You have 500 over here in the Ethereum chain. The other 500, what you can do, you can just move it from your side to provide a liquidity on Polygon network. So what ideally you're doing, you're just probably kind of reducing the supply here on the each side and just adding a new supply over there on the Polygon side. And kind of a good thing, because here you're also increasing the price on both the sides, and ideally they should remain somewhat similar, since the liquidity provided there would add up to its own price point, and that needs to be done with the technical calculation altogether, so that the price point matches between the Ethereum and the Polygon side, or any other network side for the example, right? So once that
Mm-hmm.
happens, what would later add up to is people can purchase it in both the chains. That's the biggest advantage that they have. And on the other chain, if you feel that the gas fees is much lower, especially BSC or Polygon, that's a win-win situation for both the investors as well as the token owners altogether. So yeah, let's hope the devs find a solution to that. I mean, this is just a suggestion that from my side, but let's look
So
at that. Yeah, Keddy.
I do gotta say, Ed had dropped into the main chat here on my side. And he says, meanwhile, while we are waiting for that actual physical solution, about 1 inch Paraswap and Matcha. So if you're in the Telegram and you just type the word buy, that will bring up the actual links to all these resources as well. Devs right now are
Yeah.
currently testing 3 solutions deep into the contract to do
Mm-hmm.
that the organic way and to lower the gas fees. That they need time, guys.
Yeah,
The dev teams, they don't stop. Mr. Ed's going to need a vacation sooner or later, and I do not see that in his near future.
true. He says 1 inch Paraswap
Right.
and Matcha. I think 1 inch and Paraswap are to do with, I mean, okay, 1 inch has to do with Polygon network, I believe. I'm not so sure, but Paraswap, is it to do with the Phantom network? Let me just quickly check on that.
See, I haven't heard about that one there. While
Yeah,
we're checking on that, what else do we have? Let's
I mean, we can
see.
speak on the logo competition that's going. 4 trillion Archangel tokens. I only wish I had my artistic hand with me. Instead of drawing a flower, I draw an amoeba. Well, I do not want to mess up the logo right now.
Yes. I lack that artistic capability myself. I can barely draw a stick figure. So
Mm-hmm.
some of the artwork that though I have seen come out, it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm planning to just put
If
across. Yeah. Sorry, Questa. Go on. I'll go next.
yeah, I was gonna say if I can't do stick figures for this, I got to step out of it. I'm working on it, but no, not ready yet.
Mhm. So if anyone tomorrow on the voting side sees any token logos with stick figures, it is either Quester or Caddy.
Yep. Yep. I think I could shove a
Yeah.
pin between. I think I could put a pin between my dog's paws, and he could draw one better than I could. Ophi.
Right.
Yeah, Sophie, we
And
have an update for the studio. Sorry, I do not even know who's. I'm assuming this is yours there, Quester.
It's mine. You're still in my chat, man.
No vacation.
Right.
Next vacation is when
Right.
we all get together
Yeah.
for our 1 billion market cap. Yes, yes. Oh, and you know what, guys? I know it's been a roller coaster. It's been very volatile lately. And you're going to have that with any new project. And I do see that with the progress the aggressive progress that this project's making. That 1 billion market cap, I don't think we're going to be waiting as long as they think.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's all to do with the number of people getting added up fresh, right? So, like I said, once the actual
Uh-oh, I think we lost you there, Mr. Aslan. Oh, no. Did we lose both of you guys?
Uh,
Oh, wow. All right.
am I still good here?
Yep, you're back. Mr. Aslan's
Okay.
having issues. Okay. I must be having technical difficulties. I hope you all can still see us and see what's going on here.
Right.
Nice. Blue Dog says that's ape. Thank. So yeah, more stuff coming. I agree, Joe. Our gathering together should be coming soon. Yes, I agree too. I don't see it being that far away. Yep, we lost him for a minute.
Okay.
So we've talked about, the known scams that's going on. We've talked about, excuse me, the giveaways that's happening, or the competition. There is no current giveaways from the team. It is all competitions. Mr. Aslan, no internet. I only see 1/3 of the chat. Dan, I know, sir. We are going to have to get that figured out. It is so unfortunate that we had to learn this while we are live. Caddy and Quester streams are good. Mr. Aslan's got booted. I know he must be having technical difficulties. So, oh man, guys. By the way, happy freaking Halloween to everybody. Happy Hallows Eve, however you want to call it.
Yeah, I just hope you guys had a good end of your October. I hope your October month wasn't too bad, and that November will bring a lot of good things for us. And especially with this market started over this weekend and really hitting it hard Monday. I would not be surprised if we see some huge things.
Yes, and guess what? Mr. Aslan is back.
I've been having troubles with my internet lately. All right.
Oh,
I hate it when it happens when I go live. And this is the only show I go live.
I know. I started doing some live streams there a little bit, and I kind of backed off. I got a lot of irons and fires right now, and it's like this is the one that's priority to me. I will not miss this for the world with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Blue Dog says that you guys look very professional. Thank you. We all try. We do our best.
I was gonna say we're trying.
So let's see here. What else do we have to talk about? I know there was a big list. We had, the
That's true.
competitions. We have the website. We have, the marketing analysis. And guys, if you're not even invested into ARCHA and are just curious about the project, make sure to check out the Michael Epic and the information that's provided. There is surveys that drop daily in there. That is for any crypto enthusiast, because the more analysis that we can get on that, the more people's information we can get, or not people's information, the more information we can get of a person's thoughts. That will help mold and grow how the project is, going to be created.
That's
wow,
true.
I got tongue-tied.
Yeah. I mean, you need a lot of input to actually drive the way that you want to go ahead, right? So you need to understand the, thing that the people or the community actually want or looking forward for. So the moment you get to have a lot of voting in place, that's when you actually get to know, okay, this is the route or this is the path that we need to actually chart out. But sometimes, yes, it does tend to deviate from some of the important aspects, because there is a bit of understanding in terms of people's mentality as well, right? So people want one thing, but on a technical aspect, it would be the other thing that would be far more better to choose on a longer run platform. I mean, that's absolutely fine. To a certain extent, if the people or the community want to have this particular feature as an addition, it's good to go with that. But what we need is more number of people voting or rooting for that particular addition, giving feedback, because that feedback matters a lot. And as far as whatever communities I have been part of as a crypto investor, haven't seen so much of voting that generally happens for each and every step that Archangel takes. So that's really nice, because at each and every stage we have the community feedback kicking in, and having that community feedback matters a whole lot, because that's when you people get happy about the project, and they also trust about the project too, to a certain extent, right? And you never know, there might be a lot of hidden talents that can actually get voiced out through these so-called polls. So you have some people coming up stating that, okay, see, we have, these are the okay, this is what we are going to do, and I'm a lead developer or I'm a content creator, I can go ahead and help you out with that, right? So that's also another option where people can tend to get notified on whatever is going on with the project right now, and whatever would be the future of the project. It's all in the hands of the community altogether.
Yes.
So we have one more comment. Quester must be back at rock, paper, scissors. Bad at rock, paper, scissors. Okay.
Oh.
Post out.
Since you guys are so mean to him. Oh, we'll make 3 announcements tonight.
All right.
He gets to make up for it.
All right, Quester got the big deal. I understood now why he is actually cryptic and why he is actually holding back secrets. Quester, yes. I got you now, man.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm sorry, I did skip over this. So it does. The community had recently voted to continue building cross-chain solutions.
Oh no!
Did we lose him?
I think we lost him now.
Okay.
So okay. While he's getting that figured out, we did have that vote recently about the cross-chain solution, about expanding it into MetaMask and to into Coinbase Wallet and to Trust Wallet. I believe. Yeah. Yes. Not everybody uses MetaMask. It is a very popular platform, but it, for the beginner into cryptocurrency, I do not think it is the most user-friendly platform. Sorry there, Quester, man. We lost you for a second, so I kind of ran with it.
Hey, you're good. Right.
He has those 3 big announcements to make, so I think we are both good.
Yes. Yes. Let's see
I
here.
totally on purpose. I want to cliffhangers. So, guys, we're being called out. We were supposed to have costumes.
I know.
I reminded you guys too. I reminded you guys. Where's your costumes?
Hey, I do have a costume on. I am the host at my cafe. I am the breeder. Hold that one off. So let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure we're all caught up. Here says, "Oh, Pikachu." Dan says Pikachu costumes. Oh, Caesar's the one trying to call us out. Oh man, guys, but yeah, marketing has ramped up drastically for Archangel. We just had those votes that were approved last week, and it's getting into full swing. It's timed out perfect over the next couple months. But guys, ARCHA's about to get seen to a lot of the world that's never heard of us before.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's what marketing does. And that's what our community also has been doing. Because see, just imagine this, you have, I was speaking about the holder count, right? 3,000 odd holders. Each one of them just posts one social media post out there in any of the platforms, be it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere as such. That's like equivalent to you reaching out to all those friends of those 3,000 people, right? And that's something that the community has been doing, yes, and that brings out a lot of marketing altogether in place. But now you're moving ahead with the professional side of marketing aspect, wherein you have advertisements on certain websites, probably you have billboards, or I don't know how they're gearing up to do things. And they did mention in the last couple of days as well on the chats, right? So they have been quoting that they're going a little big with marketing as well. And I liked one thing about the marketing planning that they did in terms of the withdrawals from marketing wallet. It never impacted your price, right? So such coordination, uh, a great thank you to all the people who actually coordinated as well, right? So instead of the ones who actually, the dev team who withdrew the funds, it's also equivalently a big appreciative thank you to all those community members who helped have that change done between a purchase and a sell. It went on so smoothly. We had very, very, I mean, if not, I would say there was actually no impact on the price at all, right? I mean, that's what I have observed. I don't know about you both. What do you guys feel?
Go ahead, Quester. I'm actually looking to pull something up, so I'll go ahead and let you give your thoughts real
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, personally, one thing I noticed is like whenever there was that sell and buyback, I've seen it, but like it looked like a little price jump as well. Like it didn't affect it negatively; it actually helped it positively. And on that note, we actually have one more 6th ETH sell to do. We have the buyer lined up and everything. That will be happening later this week, and be able to help finish up the advertising as well.
Right. And I guess while we were speaking, yeah, we did have a 4.2 ETH purchase. Just, I guess, around 20-25 minutes back while we were at it. That's nice. Good to see. All those green candles keep him blinking.
Yes, I actually don't look at the chart very much. That's one thing I try to avoid. I just didn't mean to interrupt there, but Mr. Wilkinson says, that as far as he knows, that ARCHA is the first one with an actual commercial. And I don't know if you guys have seen the actual Halloween commercial that was created it was by him. He just has been killing it. His family, they're involved with a lot of media. If you give me a second here, I was going to try to share that with us real quick. Let's see if I can pull that up.
And Caesar, big shout out to you, man. I mean, you have been killing it.
Yes, yes, he has. Oh, that does not look good.
Ooh, the spooky effect kicks in.
It.
We'll have,
That's Halloween
how
special.
about we have we'll have the descriptions as well for you guys to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they did have a cool Halloween effect.
That did, even though that was not part of it. I promise there, Dan, I did not edit your video, sir. We are going into full mode on marketing and more to come. Yes.
Oh yeah, we are excited. We are waiting.
This crew.
Yeah.
That's a 6-month advertising budget. Caesar is killing it out there. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up with that. So let's give this one more go. May have to try this on a different screen. Oh, let's see here. Screen share. Let's see if we get the same effect. Hey.
No.
That's much better.
Yes.
So before I play this, we are going to have to switch my audio. To see here, my speakers, we're going to have to switch it to my actual computer. Oh no, then I lose everybody.
Oh,
there we go. And man, I did not realize how loud my mouse click was.
Tends to happen sometimes, yeah.
Yes. So here, we'll play this real quick here.
Never realized.
And this was made by one of our community members there. So hope you. Oops, I can't hit the play button on that screen. Okay, it is not going to work.
All right. I mean, I guess it's fine with the audio part. Let's get over with the video front at least.
Yes.
We'll give a background comment. Comments for a commentary for that. I'm running commentary. I tend to keep forgetting words sometimes, even while I'm doing videos. So awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Looks, cook, and creepy. Hopefully, you can get to sleep tonight. Oh yeah, you deserve that sleep, Pizza.
Yes. Yes. So let's see here, guys. What all else do we have happening? Oh my goodness.
A lot
for translation.
Yeah, the translation part.
So, guys, if you guys have something you want to talk about, can do that real quick. I just got the first announcement. Yep, there he goes.
Okay, and then I guess we both should be silent now.
Oh, okay, there he is. He's back.
He's back.
I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to continue with what you guys are saying, or do you want to jump into this right now?
No, the announcement.
Yes, announcement. Okay. You got 3 to do total, so.
The first of 3 to the night. The Archangel staking pool finishing up testing and the testing environment this week. So as completed, the devs will move the staking pool over to the main net, where we will have some tests with real Archangel tokens, and that will be done for at least 3 different times by 3 different wallets. Actually, probably going to be around 1 billion each. Once that's, we will go ahead and activate that on our website, and you'll be able to go in there and actually stake their Archangel.
Oh man, so that's huge. We thought that the staking pool was not going to be launched until the first epic, that they were going to kind of go hand in hand.
Right.
Yeah.
What should be my reaction right now? I don't know. I cannot react to this. That's huge. Seriously. I mean, see, you have new people coming into the project, and you have around these many holders, around 3,000. Or we are just in baby steps, right? We have not even started walking. And it's
I
just
know.
like you have all these products coming out back to back, one after the other. That's pretty huge. And what I like about the entire project over here with Archangel is the commitment that each one of them give in the dev team, and the way that they approach things on a very, very professional note, right? So that's something that's driving this project to the succeeding factor. And yeah, it
Right.
shows. It definitely shows. And I'm very much excited to know more about the staking part. Yes, Questa.
Right. So sorry. Thank you, Joe, for catching me on that. So it will be added on the website's main menu, but the Connect feature will not be active until the pool is fully ready to receive tokens from the ecosystem projects. So,
Hmm.
yeah, thank you
All right.
for
That's something
reminding
we
me
can
that, Joe,
wait.
real quick.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we can definitely wait. I know there is a lot of technical aspects involved. I mean, I've been speaking about this as well now, probably telling a lot of people too on the Telegram groups. So, on a technical
Mhm.
side, if you look at it, right, you're not designing a staking pool only to give you Archangel tokens. You're designing a staking pool to get reflections of Archangel token. Probably, I'm not so sure on that, but just quoting, yes, you would be getting the reflections on one side, and the second part, you're getting those Archangel tokens reward from the staking pool. You're also getting those rewards from those native tokens, which are part of the ecosystem. Not only these Apex, you're also planning to build that staking pool to have integration done to any other project which is actually getting into Archangel ecosystem altogether, right? And that
Yes.
integration definitely requires a lot of technical aspects. It's not as easy as you just put a plug and connect to your equipment. It's not so easy as that. So it does require a lot of coordination. It does require a lot of probably cross chain things involved. I mean, I don't want to get too technical, but trust me, it's really huge, and it's really very much what you can say, complicated or complex on the technical side. It's not as easy as we think. So I'm okay if it takes time. Well, we know it's going to happen eventually. So let it come out with full-fledged bug-free system out there, and that's something that I would definitely love to wait. Do not rush it. I mean, to all the devs listening over, please do not rush it. Take your time. The community is there to support
Yes.
your hard efforts and work. That's it, I would
It,
say.
exactly, because this staking pool is not your traditional staking pool. This is
Yeah.
nothing has been created to this massive to the potential of the ecosystem and the scalability. That is something that has to make sure is in place, is because that's the one thing. This is not a closed-ended project. There's no end to a means. It is open-ended for generations to come, and that needs to be able to grow along with the new projects coming in, and for many years. That was like one thing, and years ago with AOL, I'm seeing this the other day in the Telegram, and it was a very valid point. Look what happened to AOL. They literally vanished. And why? Because they could not keep up with the technical times. With the advancement and the progress that's being made, they couldn't scale to that. They came in and they were not planning for the steps that needed to be done. That is one thing Archangel is doing with the staking pool, with the project as a whole, is the team is always 2 to 5 steps ahead every time. Joe never cease to amaze me. Every time I mention something to him, oh well, we already thought about that. Well, of course.
Well, that's Joe for everyone, in fact. I'm a fan. I've become a fan, in fact, for Joe. What I love about this project, we can all play a part and we all have a say. I have spoken. Oh, yeah, that's definitely true.
Yes. And Joe makes another valid point in here. He's talking about Polaroids. Back in the day, you can still go to Walmart and 15 years ago, you could go to the store and you would find every version of a Polaroid camera. I used to have a couple of them. Now you go in and you will find a knockoff Polaroid that is down there that still does these little quick instant prints. But it's just the same concept, 35 millimeter, 110 cameras. They are a thing of the past. And most of those manufacturers back then, they left when that became obsolete. But Canon, Nikon, um, you know, I've been looking at so many different ones lately. Those are the
Yeah,
ones who stayed with the times, and look where they're at today. They are the proprietary equipment manufacturers of that equipment.
that's true. It's all about evolution, right? So as the time goes by, you need to be prepared to evolve. And with the ecosystem that Archangel has in place, it's always one step ahead, like you said, Carrie. Not even one, I mean, like you quoted, 2 to 3 steps ahead. And that evolution is very, very easy for Archangel ecosystem. It's not like you are defining a token which is tied up with one single utility, right? The opportunities that you can actually utilize Archangel are quite huge, and you can change it the way you want in the coming future. It's not like, okay, we are building a token which is only specific to GameFi, or only specific to NFTs, only specific to certain swaps or something like that. It's like, you want this, you got this. That's how easy it is to go ahead and add in features, add in epics. So it's an ecosystem built out there, and that gives you a possibility of, I mean, an endless possibility, I would say. As and when time passes, you can just see how Archangel evolves down the lane, but you would never see it going back the timeline.
Yep, correct.
Yep.
Sorry, guys, I clicked one one
Sorry.
one wrong button on my computer, and I lost every
Mhm.
display I had open.
Wow.
Yeah,
Your battle
I'm
station is now having glitches. Yeah, Questa.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm jumping between my channel and here. So I want to answer this real
Mhm.
quick, just so everybody hears it. Um, the comments we see is from Caddy's side. So
Mhm.
I did see when Joe said to check the DMs. It's just if, let's say, Mr. Aslan was he was just our side, he would not see his comments. He would have to go in and uh, side and see his comments. Same with mine. I have my live stream open that way I can see you guys talking. So
Yes, and I do want to highly, highly apologize about that again, guys. This was something that we could not have realized until we went live.
Yeah.
I can guarantee though, I'm gonna get from here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bummer if you ask me. Like, we all have our own channel chats to go ahead and check. Like, okay, what happened, Kerry?
No, I just had an epiphany. You guys go ahead and keep doing your thing. I think I know how
Ah,
to
okay.
connect all of our chats together.
The light
Awesome.
bulb switched on.
Yes.
You saw, yeah, I was gonna say you saw the little light bulb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a harsh one. Like that was a major, major epiphany. Like I just got hit with a freaking hand.
He's just relaxing out there and just, oh, ding.
Yeah, you know it.
Right.
Content live.
That's good. That's really good. But yeah, I mean, really appreciate all the efforts that you have also been putting in, Caddy. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, guys, and I'm sorry, this last week or two, I haven't been on the forefront as much as as hard as I was the first couple weeks.
Mhm.
One, my day job, I've been getting ready for wintertime there. It's a big struggle. It's a big part of my career at this point. Uh, we have our first big freeze coming tonight, which can be catastrophic. So many, many hours going to prepare for this time of year. Been working with the Discord, with Quester, with Ultra. We've been doing some revamping over on that side of the table, and
Mhm.
trying to keep up with the Telegram. You guys are getting, the Telegram is so active. I walk away for 2 hours, and the next thing I know, I've missed 800 messages. Never fails.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, we all have our own personal lives to also take care of outside ARCA. I mean, that's really important because family is always first, right? And things that happen on our personal lives do matter a lot. And I mean, I'm looking forward for a day where we have that financial freedom in place and we have to forget about all those things and only speak about Archangel tokens or any other crypto out there. That's my honest opinion. So that's something that I'm really looking forward for. I mean, follow our passion altogether, right? So sometimes even I feel a little stressed out with all the day work and stuff. End of the day, I sit back at around 11 or 12 in the night to start up with my video recordings for YouTube and stuff. So it gets a little stressful sometimes. I feel like, okay, I mean, why am I even doing this? But that passion inside me, right, it just keeps me driving. It doesn't
Yes.
stop.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That
just
was
eagerly looking forward for that day where I just say, boss, this is my paper. Thank you so much. I'll be going to my YouTube channel. Do subscribe and watch.
yeah. So I guess I can make this announcement here tonight. And this
Mhm.
is actually a special announcement for myself.
Oh.
With my job, I have been speaking with the owners of the company. I've been with that company for over 12 years. I
Hmm.
am taking a temporary step back from my 50-hour work weeks right now, guys. I'm taking a little bit of a step back for a short term, to just kind of help out with the community with Archangel, to get things caught up, start to get some organization going, and be able to help out for the next few weeks to hopefully maybe a couple months, directly devote some community time. My employer's been very, very helpful in working with me. Um, the great part is I'm working less and getting paid almost the same. So I cannot complain of
Wow.
that.
You should actually let your employers get into ARCHA Cafe.
Yes, I've been trying. Now, the owner of the company, he's not a very big crypto guy. He is a big business
Hmm.
owner. He's seen both sides of the table. He's had friends that's done very, very well with cryptocurrency, and he's also had some who just didn't do so hot. So it's not an area he ventures into, but I am working on them with something, as a whole, as crypto gets more
Hmm.
adopted, guys. So that might be a year or two before I can announce down the road, but I am working with them with cryptocurrency and some integration things. So awesome. Great job, Caddy. Thank you, Terry. I just seen that one pop up. All right.
All right. So, Questa, what's going on with you? Like, how are things panning out
Let me
for
see.
you between juggling around Archangel work and your day job and stuff like that?
Uh, it's it's fun. It's interesting. Definitely keeps me. um, I feel like I'm able to manage it well. So this is one thing I really happy about is with the hours that I work. When myself and Caddy are at work, we have Ultra on the Discord, and I do have the opportunity at work to hop in the Telegram. So as much as I can, I'm in there talking, trying to people. And then when I come home, it's about the time Ultra goes to sleep, so I can just hop on the Discord there and talk there and everything. Um, I found this nice balance. I want to say between all of them. Maybe it's because my work schedule, uh, but yeah, I feel like I'm doing a lot better than when I originally thought. Uh, but yeah, I was gonna say I can't really complain. Hoping with
Yeah.
this staking pool, I can do a
That's the goal. The staking pool is what I am looking at as that passive income in the future, as the long run.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be huge. And as the project progresses, the more epics get released, the more of the other projects that become involved, partner up with Archangel. That might be one of the stipulations of them is that, they provide a little bit to the staking pool. So the potential is just massive and endless. So that's
True.
something I'm definitely banking on myself there.
Definitely. Just that we are speaking about the staking pool and the rewards but it just hit my mind that you have BNB vault, which is there with Binance, right? So where you just hold some BNB and put it in that vault, and any new project that comes out through the launch pad that they have, they start giving you token airdrops just for holding that BNB on your BNB vault, right? How cool would that be, right? So you just have a couple of BNB, and it's like the BNB itself starts growing. It just keeps earning that interest. And compare it with any of the banks out there who are giving you fiat, right? Like you deposit dollars, you're only getting dollars. You're not getting any other currency out there.
Yep.
And with crypto, it's totally different. I mean, well, I don't know what to say, but it's really huge.
I know. This is what I mean about one thing that this project has been really, really great with, and it's the whole team, but I think Joe has a big part of this, is the way things are executed with his expertise and his background. Oh man, the execution and timing is everything, and I'll tell you that man hits it almost every time. Okay, every
Oh,
time. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say almost every time.
there we go.
He was in the military, right? So he knows his targets and where to hit them.
Yep, 20 plus
Right.
years in
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan. It's probably gonna be. Yeah, it will shake up everything. Um, and it's gonna definitely give a whole new look. I want to say into staking pools, and I really do feel like it will definitely like revolutionize everything. You know, where everybody's gonna be looking into how to do that because it's
Right.
so different and it makes huge impact and it's so well put together. It's so say.
Yep.
Right. And
And
and I'm checking on the chats. Thank you so much. Yes, we really appreciate the community as well because that support has been tremendous to all the three of us with ARCHA Cafe.
yes. And this is a new face in here that I haven't seen before. Nice comment about, wow, I salute you guys. You are
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you for doing all of these guys for Archangel Token community. Guys, that's what it's all about. It's to give back to a community that pushes so hard for everybody else. And it is such a tight knit. I don't want to say tight knit because they're very open, very welcoming. Now, it's
Mhm.
just amazing to see the interactions that go on in there and how many community members have stepped up to play a bigger part of their investments of what they're trying to do.
Right. And I think I missed this comment earlier from Ready to Rumble. Say that we need a USDT option on a popular exchange ASAP. Well, I'll put in my personal view over this. You are perfectly right. Having a USDT option is definitely required. But on the background, if you look at it, if in case people are aware about how an exchange listing happens, it's not as easy as we think. You need to pay out a hefty amount, and for all the trading pairs that you actually go for, each trading pair has its own value, right? Say, just for an example, quote exchange X, and that has a trading pair of say USDT, USDC, or MUSDT, or anything NUSDT, whatever you want, right? Or so each trading pair as such is something that you need to keep registering, and for that each trading pair you need to pay a separate amount altogether. It may range anywhere between 3 to 5 thousand to even 25, 30, 45, $50,000 altogether. So that price is somewhat huge considering the current position of Archangel. That's my personal opinion again. Why I would say is instead of spending such a massive amount on one single exchange listing, and again these exchanges would not be those top tier exchanges because top tier exchanges again they have their own kind of criteria. Say uh, Binance has a certain criteria of say 100,000 or 200,000 holders to be there, and they have a separate criteria of having the social media presence. You have some other exchanges where they require certain set of what you can say those guidelines to be followed. Only after that you have this listing. I mean, there are a lot of aspects into getting listed on an exchange. It's not like you walk up to an exchange and say, hey, we have a new token just listed for us and this is what we are going to pay you. It doesn't happen that way. It's not so easy. Getting an exchange listing on all those small tier exchanges sometimes might help, but if you look at it in the longer run, guys, these small tier exchanges would be the ones would with a very low customer base altogether. So the exposure that you would be getting for the amount that you would spend on listing all these small tier exchanges would not be as equivalent to spending the same amount in proper marketing activities like advertisements in some major websites, having certain Google searches integrated, and probably the physical advertisement part, right? Having banners or billboards or whatever it is out there. So that takes a lot. more that gives you a lot more impact. But yes, agreed that the purchase options would be much more easier for you when you go with the USDT pair. But that's only my opinion. Probably yes, it will eventually happen. It's something that every token would definitely go in. If you're a token with a very good project in mind, then it's inevitable, right? It does happen one or the other day down the lane. But yes, agreed. But at the current moment, if you ask me, say, I don't know, it's my honest opinion that yeah, we can look into options where it is feasible to go ahead and have that pair in a pretty good exchange, but for again not spending a hefty amount in terms of listing. That's again my thoughts. I mean, happy to hear from you both.
Yeah, so I think that the major exchange listings, that this all needs to happen in a surefire order. Um, there is processes to it, and like you said, sir, that the cost of the requirements to get on these larger exchanges, we need to prove the utility, prove the means of the project first. In my opinion, not all of them go this route, but when you have that substance, when you have the proof of what you can do, you have that solid ground to move forward. And if you let the stuff happen organically, it has more sustainability in my eyes. Like you said, sir, Binance, they require, hundreds of thousands of token holders first. It's also six figures to buy into that exchange, not including creating that liquidity pool, or providing liquidity to those central exchanges to be listed. So, there's a lot of big money dollars that come into all that. And for an early project, it's not something that should be, it's something that needs to happen in that timely fashion, in a way. Oh, I think I lost you guys there for a second.
I think we lost you for a second.
Yeah.
We all lost each other for a second there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the joys. The joys.
Well,
Yeah,
all the three of us have experienced the connection issues now, so all three are good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
got it.
one thing I want to say is like, as well as like when you get listed on one exchange where you can do that kind of USDT or even fiat to crypto, a huge step for you in general, because now you're opening up a whole new world for people that aren't that tech savvy, how to use Uniswap or even know it exists or how to use exchanges. Now they can go in, they can use things like, let's say you're on crypto.com. Now they can go in there, your holders start building up, tackling on one of the more of the bigger Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, all those kind of guys. It takes time, yes, and a lot of these projects, there's times where they're almost like year and a half old before they're even anywhere near where they're ready to get listed into a site. Like a popular example happening right now with the trends of Shiba. Not too long ago, 3 months ago, they were added, but they've been out for well over a year. Even with that listing, they were about, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but like a year and a couple months, I want to say 2-3 months old, somewhere around that time.
Probably around that time, yeah. Not even 3 months, I believe.
Right, and that was a lot of time, and they busted the butt doing all sorts of other things to get that point. We do want to do exchanges. It's just like how Joe had pointed out before. You can't build this city unless you have the utilities, and right now is the utility building. We're trying to get that foundation. We're trying to get the foundation to get electricity, all that kind of good stuff that goes into cities. We're trying to get that first. And trust me, guys, as soon as we get all of that done, go to those crypto sites like Coinbase, Binance. It's gonna be like a. So
that's true. Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes if the project grows to such an extent that it has a good fan following, it has some good utility, and the project is actually having a good social presence altogether, you don't need to shell out that hefty amount altogether at all. I mean, the exchanges might come up to you stating that, okay, we would like to list your token. It might happen for free. You do not know. I do not know the exact background for that, but yes, there are chances that if the project is really good enough and we have a very good community backing, as well as the utility of the token is truly found, right? So that adds up a lot of value to the entire project, and exchanges might list it for probably a smaller fee or even for free as well. I mean, it does happen, has happened for many of the projects out there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So let's hear, Dan. The envy of
Oh.
all other staking pools once Michael is unleashed upon the world. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Set
Like
that example.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that's the real thing that we want to do. We don't want to be a star that burns bright and then like out. We want to have that lasting impact. We want to stay for generations. So we got to. I know it sucks, guys, but a slow burn process. We slowly got to burn everything ready and set. But as soon as this is, everybody, old and new, no doubt, they're going to be trying to chase to figure out how to do something like that.
Right.
Yes.
And the beauty entirely with the staking mechanism, right? So you don't need to worry about your Archangel tokens at all. Probably once you have staked it, and to a certain extent, you have built up your staking pool, and once it's inside, it's all about getting these rewards out from various projects, or probably these epics that has been inbuilt into the Archangel ecosystem. Any new thing that comes in, it's like you're getting a passive reward out of it, and these passive rewards themselves might be enough at a certain point of time, if not at the beginning, but at a certain point of time might be enough to even get that financial freedom altogether. I mean, you just pay your bills with these reflections or with these particular token rewards that you get. You don't even need to touch your base Archangel tokens that you have actually staked.
Right. Yeah.
And the part here is you're not getting it in USDs, right? So you're getting the token value. So as and when each token value appreciates, you're actually getting more than what you actually paid for. And you're becoming an investor of the token even before you're even looking at the project altogether. And that Archangel team is doing it for you. All the research, all the vetting, all the background work that needs to be done, everything is being done for you. All you need to do is probably just take your Archangel and sit back and relax.
Yep. Yeah, because that's the one thing about with this ecosystem and the epics being created, there's a level of vetting and trust that goes into becoming that epic or becoming that other project. So, what brought a lot of Archangel together is the rug pulls, the honeypots, the scams, the schemes. Most of this community has been burnt one way or another, or at least knows somebody who has. So, with that being said, and with this ecosystem that's being developed, that is one thing that will take a little bit of weight off. And then you're right there, Mr. Aslan. With Archangel, you can put that fear in the back of your head and actually truly sit back and enjoy what you have going on. You can trust that the staking pool is solid. You can trust that the projects that are involved with Archangel, as these epics are, with these projects.
I see a big deal.
Uh-oh.
Okay, time for us to be silent, Caddy.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna have a second to read this.
No, go ahead. But no, that's kind of my point, and there is some investors out there, some people who are investing in the project who do truly see that. Like for example, our top 20 wallets, our top 20 holders right now, 17 of those 20 have either kept growing their holdings or have sold less than 3% of their 3% of their holdings. And that says, miles about what this project, the sustainability behind it. I think with the technical side of it, for most of the people that don't necessarily know how to research a project, don't understand the technical side of things, they may not truly understand the full potential of what is to come with this. But I'm telling you, those 17 of those top 20 wallets, they do see that potential and they're not going anywhere. Let's see here. Start saving up for Michael, guys. Yes, start saving up for Michael. Don't change. Don't switch your ARCHA for Michael. Because I'm telling you, your ARCHA is going to gain so much potential just by holding that and staking it. You'll see benefits from Michael. You don't have to actually buy Michael to get these staking rewards. All you have to do is stake your ARCHA.
Yeah. On the same way, like if people are interested to listen to this advice, you can start building your ARCA itself instead of probably waiting till Michael launches. Build up your Archangel tokens to such an extent wherein using only those rewards from the Archangel token staking pool, you would be able to purchase Michael project tokens altogether. That's something that I'm looking for. That's a thought that I have. I mean, not financial advice, again, on the disclaimer front, just a suggestion, guys. So you build up your Archangel wallets, stake the maximum, I would say an 80-20 ratio. That's what I would do personally. I'll keep 20 for a liquidity purpose and 80 for the staking pool. So have those 80% stake as such. And once you start receiving the staking rewards for once it kicks in and you start receiving those rewards, you can use those rewards portions to purchase Michael or any other new token that comes out to the ecosystem, right? So you're not touching your Archangel, you're getting your rewards, you're using the rewards to buy more of the new project tokens that other. The potential is huge. I mean, I don't want to get into too much of that stuff. I'll let Quester, come out with this message or the announcement now. Yes. I'm waiting.
All right. So Michael has 7 core components. The Michael 1 development plan was based on each of the 7 components being developed incrementally. A second track called Track 2 was also designed a more aggressive development timeline, but that track required verification. Track 2 was in case that something like this that happened where we had that massive growth and explosion, and we had to try to keep up with that. So the project team actually met network engineers and architects in Washington, D.C. This Friday night, and they reviewed the proposed architecture for the first determine the technical approaches and solutions, and they were verified by the engineers. And the track is technically feasible using a cloud-based content delivery service solution. So that means that we do not need to develop the 7 components of Michael 1 and like sequential. Right. Certain components, component 2 specifically, can be developed independently. That means that it is a very high possibility that Michael's development path moves to track 2, which rapidly accelerates the development of the entire. It also means that component 2 can exist as an integral, but also can act as an independent project, its own token.
Whoa.
Will be consumed by Michael as one of the 7 core components, and also be released within a couple months as its own token. Provides a very specific cloud-based solution to Michael that the ecosystem can utilize as part of Michael, or can work independently within our other ecosystem projects. This means that we will have our first token feeding reward, our new staking pool, well in advance of Michael's completed development, about 6 months early.
Yes. I'll wait to hear your thoughts on that first, then I'll go.
Wow. I was gonna say that is a lot.
Let's say, am I dreaming? Did I hear you right? That we are going to see that each 7 of these components breaking off into their own? Am I catching that correctly?
So it looks like specifically component 2 would be able to work as its own. So we could either have it as part of Michael, and at the same time also release it as its own, what's the right word?
That it's going to be technically
its own entity. There we go. It's its own entity. Read through here real quick.
So he's going to stake 100% with the news that we just had dropped. Yes, and say so excited for the staking.
that's the
So
one
see
thing, you know.
this.
If you guys are one of those ones that make it see the price or something like that, or one way, real easy deterrent to be able to get that panic, is just to throw all your toys. You know, that can only help. You know, if you trillion tokens, throw those trillion tokens in there. You know, because instead of putting in, like, let's say 10 billion, you only get staking rewards on those 10. You can get staking rewards on that trillion, and that itself will give you a lot more. And personally, that would put a lot off of my own shoulders, you know, just being able to let it sit there and just completely forget about it. Because now I don't see it. It's in that pool. It's safe.
Yeah, so hold on. What do we got here? Joe says, correct. It will be a core component of Michael. It is one of the 7 capabilities. The technical solution means that Michael's second component can exist independently on the cloud, which means that every project in our entire ecosystem can use that utility on their own. Guys, dang. That's all I can say. Dang. Oh, man.
This is, I was going to say, it is going to be huge, and there's so much is going to be happening. This is going to send ripples and just absolute astonishment, you know, and so many. This is going to catch so many eyes just by this alone.
Yes. So that's the thing. If you think about, you know, I know, Quester, you're here in the United States with myself, with fiat, with our traditional banking system, our bonds, our CDs, the returns on them. You know, I have a coworker that just was able to he was able to cash out one of his bonds, and he made like a 4%, you know, return on it, right? But when you take into account the inflation of the American dollar on top of it, he actually lost 1% or like a 0.5% of 1%. So the appealing aspect of these staking rewards is it's just insane, guys. I don't know. I have a hard time sometimes saying what's in my head out, but the vision that I have, the potential in this, it is just truly, truly mind-blowing. So what do we have now here? Oh, get that breast says mind-blowing too.
Oh yeah. I've been speaking on mute all this time. So bad of me.
Oh no, we've been able to hear you perfectly.
Oh. All right. Okay. What I was actually trying to put across is, for a layman who is looking into this, who is not understanding the technical aspects of what we are all speaking, it's as simple as saying there were 7 different phases for which Michael had to come out. And in that, each one of them had to be done in an order, right? So you go one step at a time. Probably you did have that option of a crosslink happening by side, but this entire new methodology that is coming out in the picture which Joe just quoted, it means that each one of them will have its own individual development done on the sidelines. So you don't need to depend on one feature to be completed for the next, the next epic to be added up to Michael, right? So the next functionality can be done independently, and this functionality can be rolled out first, and then after the later stage, you can by side, you can just keep building the other one, and that would still interface itself with a new token altogether in the system with Michael project. I mean, that's kind of huge, because you don't need to wait for the entire thing to be completed for you to start receiving those reflections out of Michael token out there. And well, what more can I say? That's it's awesome.
That is crazy.
And thinking on all these, like you were speaking of, Caddy, on the fiat portion in terms of the bank system and stuff like that. I mean, crypto adoption is happening at a very fast rate right now. I've been going through a lot of charts, a lot of analytical data, all that stuff. So, taking those into account, the amount of adoption that has happened in the past 6 months is almost 10 to 15 times than what it was around a year or a year and a half back. So within the past 6 months, there has been rapid adoption growth for cryptos out there. And having rewards in terms of cryptos is a win-win situation for both the sides, because one, you're getting the rewards in terms of that native token. And when the price appreciates of the token, then yes, you're getting a good amount of profit. It's the token count that matters. And second, you're using that same token without converting it to fiat, or probably another token out there. Just a token to token conversion is what you need to do, because a lot of people are now, I mean, businesses out there with real world utilities are coming out with a lot of crypto coins. And believe me, if that so happens in the near future, I'm looking forward for Archangel to be one of those tokens to have that utility added up, where you just go out to a grocery store, pay it using ARCA or any other token that comes out with Archangel ecosystem. That can be one single, utility add altogether for that specific token alone. I mean, you can have a stable token built out, probably have one single token just to use for payment mechanisms. I mean, how cool would that be? And you're receiving those as reflections by just, I mean, probably a reward, I would say, not reflections, for staking your Archangel in the staking pool. Right? You are earning passive real money, which you can use for real world items. You don't need to worry about conversions and stuff like that. I mean, that's the near future. That's what I look at.
Yeah. Definitely.
So Joe
and
about to. Yeah, sorry, Krista. Go on.
No, because I want to make sure I'm not cutting out there. Another thing I want to about how Caddy had talked about here in the United, how we have CDs where it's like a certification or deposit, and you earn in. Those percentages are extremely low, you know, and that's actually one thing I used to help my friend get into crypto. He's one of those who likes to invest in stocks or anything, and then I brought up crypto, and he was like, "Oh, no," and then I tell him like, "Well," and I show him, I showed him what could happen in just a month, with just Archangel alone, in a year with all these different tokens. What happened in 10 years, 15 years. What happened with Bitcoin. I was like, these are real life things. These huge ROI on everything. If you're so like caught up in wanting to make the most out of your money and make your money really work, I definitely would say one of those things. And like how Aslan said, it's the near future. We're going to be seeing crypto being accepted in different companies, different grocery stores. It's gonna be the beginning. This is really only of everything. This is a huge like important thing that I really feel people need to jump into that.
Yeah, and well, that's one of the things. Like, there's a very famous word, and it's a word I love in the finance industry, in the finance world, and it's called compounding interest. And you know what? The rewards from the staking pool, it's not just compound interest. You are compounding the compound of a compound. So, as these epics get released, your one investment could be making 3, it could be making 5, it could be making 25 as the ecosystem grows. So, we look at the traditional banking system, and and I even think 4% was really high for what he was getting. If you just think of it in that aspect of the, compound, for the ones who understand the financials lingo, compound interest 10-fold over, 20-fold over, infinite, that's going to be what's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I like that part, compounding. You just keep rising the wall.
Yeah, because and that's the thing about the human nature is it's all about perception, and everybody perceives it differently. So the more ways that we can, to word it, to explain it, it all has a means to it, and it all has the same meaning, but many people will understand it with the different approaches. And that is one way I found a lot of people to understand is if I relate it to a traditional finance system.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
all right, we are at the 140 mark, waiting for the third and final announcement. When is he going to drop it? Time flies, right? So
wait.
It's just
wait till like the end of this
Yeah, question.
End the
Sorry.
stream in a big bang.
All right. Okay. We are gonna wait for that.
I think
Yeah.
that was Joe's plan.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah. I mean,
he's all about strategic execution. He knows how to do that.
that's right.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, that's one thing, with Archangel.
True.
I can never talk enough about it with our project director, with Joe there. His history, his technical, his career background, his military background. I have not felt in better hands in any other project than I actually do Archangel. And I've been around quite a few different ones, but I'm telling you, and I'm not just saying this because of the personal level. It feels like the whole community is a personal level, and that is one of the guiding things that this man, it's not something that says, hey, man, how do I word this? He is a man of a lot of unspoken traits. The way he has brought this community together, the way that we all interact, and how everybody upholds each other. This man is, I swear, he is an angel in himself. That's all I can say. I think that we were all sent here one way or another to get to know each other, and I have met some excellent, amazing people in this group, in this community.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree there.
Doesn't seem real. It technically is very real now. All right.
Yeah, so Joe says if that doesn't seem real, it technically is very real now. Michael can be anywhere between 2 to 5 different tokens, each operating as independent projects. All seven aggregated in one user interface, or in one user interface. Have a good night, Stacy, sir.
Yeah. Do we even need to comment on that? I don't know what to say.
I know, right? I mean, that's the thing.
Right.
It leaves you speechless.
I was gonna say it was insane, just to have Michael, but now to have possibly 2 to 5 different ones, all just working together and still being independent of each other is phenomenal. It's something I definitely didn't expect.
Yeah.
So reading through this, I was like, oh, wow, all right. And it's fantastic and amazing that they are built in the way that we could have several different tokens, all Angel, and they all have their own special things they all together bring into the ecosystem themselves.
So Stacy says, have a great day, Mr. Aslan.
Thank you, Stacy.
Man, guys, I know this is just freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to do this more often. Again, like I said, I'm usually not one who watches charts, but it's looking pretty.
Did something happen?
I think it's our news going out. So let's see here. Cloud-based service delivery content is insanely powerful. That it is. And, and I can actually speak for this on a firsthand experience level. So when I got into crypto and how I said, I work with car washes, and I work with a lot of very, very minuscule payments. Quarters, dollars, $5, the story of my life. You all picture tokens and coins as one thing. I literally work with tokens and I work with quarters on a daily basis, and it's crazy. One of the ideas I had, one of the epiphanies at work is literally, what if there was a way to integrate that? And the cloud-based, what I was coming up with is the cloud-based interface is amazing. Another aspect, I follow education, I follow scams and schemes very closely, and I've been looking into artificial intelligence. Literally, the scalability of cloud-based with graphics cards, how they can be utilized, it's crazy of what kind of analytics and metrics you can get from all that information at the same time. And I'm sorry, guys. I think I went literally with two different thoughts there.
Tends to happen sometimes when you have a lot going through your head.
Yes, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, Aeroflex, you missed a lot.
All right, so Aeroflex is in the room. Well, you did miss some two cool announcements, but I think the bank announcement is still in the waiting, so you can just stick on to hear the last announcement.
Yes. So, as we're talking about cloud-based solutions, I see somebody in the chat that said we need a banner for that. So, guys, I don't know if many of you are aware. There is another crypto project that I used to follow. And with that one, they are offering a lot of different software as a services. Um, it is something that I've mentioned to our project when they were looking to vet different areas. That is how powerful, like the SaaS platform, cloud-based services, they are such a powerful, relentless tool when it comes to cryptocurrency and the type of things that ARC is looking to complete. So Aeroflex says, man, well, I can always go back and watch it from the beginning. Yeah, man, Aeroflex, thank
Oh
you,
yeah.
man, for all you do.
Definitely a lot of information for him. So you will, it will be worth your while. I will tell you that there. Definitely a lot. Tonight was a huge night.
Yes, bombs dropping left and right.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think some of the info that is shared during this show would definitely take some time for people to get it running through their heads. In fact, I mean, I did have to start making my notes, to go on and understand what's actually going up, and that was pretty huge, right? Especially with the staking pool part. That they're fast tracking. In fact, like I mean, it's on the fast track. Not that they're rushing things, but it's on the fast track. Really good to see that. Just going through the other ones, and now this new thing about Michael having its own independent nature in terms of tokens getting added up to it, and any new project that comes in, also like Joe did mention in earlier chats, it's very easy for them to now interface with all this tokens of Michael or the epics that Archangel ecosystem has. The See, it's all about the ease of use also that matters a lot. I mean, you build a product with a lot of technical aspects involved, but if you fail to give that ease of use or that user interface where a layman or a normal person can actually love or like using it, it's not worth it. So you invest a lot of money and you fumble around with a lot of UI aspects. People do not want to use it, even though there are a lot of technicalities involved to it, right? So it's sometimes all about the looks that do matter, and the ease of functionality also comes into picture over there. Like you can build a wonderful car with a lot of technical gadgets and stuff involved inside it, but if it looks like a old 1950s or 1960s Ford or a wagon, right? The station wagon kind of a design. Would you still go ahead and buy it? I mean, that's what it is, right? So
Mhm.
it does have a lot of aspects in mind, and having that ease of use factor, especially when new projects outside are coming into the Archangel ecosystem, right? You build that interface which is as good as a plug and play, just like your USB stick. That really adds a lot of value, and that creates a whole new platform for especially some of the new projects, the new legitimate ones, to build their entire presence in the crypto world. And that's a win-win situation for both the respective project as well as Archangel holders as well.
Yeah, correct. And Caesar jumped in and he said, yes, that there's a lot to accomplish still, and we can, or we all can
Yeah.
help. And that's the thing, guys. With this being a truly 100% community oriented, and like again, I will always state this: the one thing that sets also Archangel apart is there is no closed into the project. It is constantly going to grow with everything going. So there is always an opportunity for one skill set, that they could be able to utilize. They may not see it today, they may not see it tomorrow, but as this project grows, um, that you may be able to offer something that nobody else can, and it gives you a chance to be a big part of it and to help the project as a whole, and to help your own investments or what you believe in. That's why I'm here all day as much as I can with you guys, because I love the community and it's just amazing to be here with everyone. See, Stacy says Caddy Wood. I don't know what Caddy Wood what.
The reference.
Well, let's just wait for it. His head is actually spinning, so I think we need to wait to understand what he wants to say. Caddy Wood. All right, here we have it. Now I'll shut my mouth.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I'm sure he's
reading.
You guys,
he was waiting till the end. All right. So it looks like for the stake, the transferring tokens will be exposed to our transaction tax. That the people entering in will lose 6%. But I mean, come on, it's a staking pool. Like you can make that back in 20 times over.
Yeah.
Come on, they have already thought about this. Actually, like I said, they're always 2-3 steps ahead, 5 steps ahead. You think there may be fun line? No, nowhere near it. So they have the 6% transaction tax, and a third of that tax will go into our multi-signature wallet, which is for things like charities and even our staking pool. So they actually started each one of those budgets at launch, number of tokens to provide each aspect of our budget with immediate capability. Once fully tested, we will open the staking pool. 1 week later, we will have our Genesis contribution to this pool. About 150 trillion tokens will be distributed within the pool the same way that rewards or reflections are, and this will be based on your ownership percentage of the pool.
Wow.
So if you want to reduce that impact of the initial 6%, then you will want a piece of the largest drop of the tokens in the staking pool we will ever be able to do in the history of the project. So again, even more ways to take all of the tokens you own and just throw them in there, and that's the beauty of this staking pool, is that even though you'll be losing that 6%, it's really you're not gonna notice it nor feel it. The beauty of it is you're gonna keep earning no matter what. And how, like Joe said, that you will gain the percentage, however much percentage you have in there, is you're going to receive that chunk from that 100 trillion. So again, if you 3 trillion, that 4 trillion, 5 trillion, like 5 billion, 50 billion, throw it all in there, because you're not going to regret it, and you're going to get on top of those rewards from the staking as well.
Yes. Well, guys, this is just game changing no matter what. No, I mean, wow. I'm trying to catch. He just sent me the link too, or the text as well, and I'm trying to grasp it right now.
Right.
We have 6% tax and a third of the tax.
All right.
The transaction goes into As you guessed it, or staking.
That's cool.
Nice.
I mean, a couple of people are actually did ask me about why is it that you need to have a transaction tax for a staking pool. Well, if you look at it on the other side, you have a lot of people staking into the staking pool for a certain amount of time, especially those which do not have a lock-in period, right? And do not have this transaction tax in place. It's just like you get into it, wait for the rewards to come, and then once the reward comes, you just stake your pool out. And it's as easy for them to keep manipulating that pool, because especially when you are a whale and you have quite a bit of trillions in your bag, you're ideally manipulating the amount of rewards that the other people who are below you are getting, right? So that's something that is totally unfair, because and that's where the 6% tax actually comes in, and probably helps all those kind of those small fishes or shrimps, as I am one of them. So we would definitely like to have those equality in terms of having the rewards given out, right? It should not be manipulated rewards that you ideally get. And this transaction tax is something which would deter such kind of a movement in any staking pool out there. I mean, I haven't seen any of the staking pools which actually are free of cost for you to go ahead and stake. And what just Khadija pinned on the chat portion, the 150 trillion tokens that would be deposited into staking pool as a Genesis contribution, that's quite huge.
That's
That's
very
really quite
huge.
huge. 150
That is
trillions.
massive.
Oh yeah. I just wish I
So,
could
yeah.
at least have
Yes.
10% of that with me.
Can I join you with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us from
Right.
the Philippines.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And one thing I wanted to say as well for like the transaction. I mean, yeah, it is 6%, but if you could just give that 6%, be able to help the community in that way of that 2% going into the marketing and advertising, all that kind of stuff. Not just the community, actually yourself in general.
Yeah. The charity
that
too.
money it's not being wasted. It's being utilized and it's being put into a way that can help you gain a lot more. So that 6% loss, maybe however much that may be, you're not gonna have to worry about it for long, because the market advertising can cover that right back up. And instead of having just taken out that 6%, and now you gain that 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, the 6% will not seem like anything. You will not realize that loss, in the time in the pool. So Joe had just dropped to that from that point forward, in addition to receiving tokens from each token in the ecosystem, that they will be also depositing ARCHA tokens into the staking pool at some point during each of the staking periods. So guys, your ARCHA bag will grow in the pool. That is verified. That was something that was kind of uncertain at first because you're gaining those passive rewards from everything in that ecosystem. I don't know what to say. Yeah,
I mean, we have a lot to speak of, and the time is running out. So
we're down to 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, but man, this is really good, and it's really huge as well, right? So not only are you now able to get the staking pool rewards in terms of the other tokens, but now you're also able to get them in Archangel tokens on a specific point of time. And like Joe has just quoted, your Archangel tokens are also growing, and as and when the value of each Archangel token keeps growing in the background on the price point, I mean, these, just assume a million tokens that you would have accumulated only through these kind of rewards would make you a millionaire down the lane. I mean, I'm speaking of years to come. I'm not speaking of anywhere near to the 1 or 2 year mark. But well, now we are at 8 zeros. You never know if the ecosystem blows out as big as it is supposed to be. Probably 5 years or 6 years down the lane. I'm just giving a generous amount of time frame. Well, oh yeah, actually, Carlos, I just woke up, so my face is a bit tired. It's early morning for me. Yes, and I did have a little bit of less sleep. So yeah, if it blows out, then it's going to be big. I think we are probably at the end of the timeline.
We are.
Well, so much to speak about. I think we'll have to get these topics out on our individual video platforms.
Yes, and it
A
was
lot to speak of this.
definitely one way to end the October.
Yeah, I mean it's a big bang, Crypto. You did really live up to that bang.
I was gonna say a lot was released today.
Oh yeah,
It's got me really pumped up, and I'm excited to see this.
Right.
So, yeah.
Great. Thanks for having you all. I think we'll call it a day for ARCHA Cafe right now.
Yes, congrats, guys. Have pleasure being here again. Look forward to it next week again, and hopefully we can figure out the issues with the whole chat deal by then. We'll find a way to get it resolved. So,
yep.
That's
Awesome,
right.
guys.
See you all.
Yes,
All right.
bye.
Bye.
Have a great night.